All right, welcome to the video. Several of you are asking if First Book AI and if I can do a comparison with this versus the EbookWriter AI. Where is that? The sales page over here. Well, this is EbookWriter AI. I will leave links to both of these below. They're both really, really good products, but I wanted to do some testing over here, and you guys are just wondering, hey, I already have Chris Derenberger's EbookWriter AI. Do I really need to purchase this First Book AI right over here that's currently available on AppSumo as the Build a Different event? And so this already has 50 reviews right over here. And what I was most impressed about this was the quality and the quality control on First Book AI. It only allows you to write one chapter at a time, and it takes a more methodical kind of approach into creating the ebooks. And I was also impressed that after it did take about 40 or 50 minutes, and I can just tell you right now that this software here, First Book AI, is going to take you 30 minutes to an hour to write an ebook, because you're going to be waiting, and it takes about 5 minutes or so to create each chapter, and there's 8 chapters, so do the math, right? It's going to take you 30 minutes to an hour to create a book. EbookWriter AI, I timed it, and it took I put it on its longest book setting, and then I did run a timer. Let me go see what that timer says over here. Where is that? I believe it took like 10 minutes or something like that for it to write, 10 or 15 minutes to write. So EbookWriter AI, if you put it on its 180 page setting, it's going to be still much, much faster. And it is also one click. Once you get everything set up, it's one click. Okay. So we're going to go test some of the content, right? So let's just start off over here with EbookWriter AI. I wrote this one right over here. I put it on its biggest setting, and I wrote a similar book as well, like how to build your own SaaS in 30 days. You can see right over here. And we even said 160 to 180 pages right there. And you can go and take a look at it all. I went and downloaded it, and we have the book. I need to go and open up this book real quick. And I will say that EbookWriter AI does create better ebook covers. I still don't think that they're good enough to publish. You're going to do better just going and using a Canva template, in my opinion. It's maybe perhaps passable, but I mean, if you really want a book to scale and to thousands of dollars a month or something like that, right? You're probably going to want to go and even hire someone to create a really good ebook cover for you, but it is passable. So it created 207 total pages. Now I went and I copied this entire thing, and let's just say we put just from here, chapter 1, right? I want to see chapter 1. That's going to take forever. Yeah, that's going to take too long, but I went and put it in word counter, and it does say 68,000 words, but that's also taking into account all of this stuff right here that is not part of the book. So I'm going to go like that and remove. And so you're at 67,000 words right there. That's a nice hefty book. That's going to definitely count as a long form book. I don't know how many hours that would be to turn that into an audiobook. Probably a couple of hours for that 67,000 words. So EbookWriter AI is definitely capable of writing a long form book. Now, what I want to do is take this to the next level, and I want to say, let's just go here and grab some of this text. Maybe let's go and grab like this much text right here. Okay. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go in here to Gemini, and I'm going to say, hey, can you grade this pasted content for quality? Is the content quality? Is the content quality? Does it come off at like a human could have written it? Or is it super obvious that AI wrote it? Does the content flow and give value, or is it just AI fluff? Rate all this and give me a final rating of 5 being the best written content. I'm going to go over here. I'm even going to thinking right there. I'm going to go shift return, and I'm going to paste all that in right there. And we're going to go, and we're going to see what Gemini says about this right here. Now I'm going to open up word counter again, and I'm going to go and just take this off. And actually, you know what? I just want to be fair. So we took a sample of 2,600 words. Okay. So remember that we took 2,600 words sample, but we also need to go in here to First Book, right? We have our book right over here. I believe I already downloaded First Book right there. So I need to come in here, and I think that was like yesterday, maybe. Either way, I'm going to go and view the manuscript, and then I'm just going to go and download it. We'll just download the Word document right there, and then we'll go and open this up real quick. So we'll open up the Word document, and this should already tell us how many words this was. We'll go into, where is it? It's been a while since I've been in here. It'll tell you right there. So there's 40,000 words. Okay. So we got a 40,000 word book right over here that we were able to create. But I will say that First Book AI, I did a lot of the chapters on brief, which would be 2,500 words. And then the middle version, right, balanced, is about 5,500 words. And then if you use the long form or the longer version, it can create over 10,000 words. So technically speaking, if we created a long form on all eight chapters, it would create about an 80,000 word book. So First Book AI is capable of creating an 80,000 word book. I don't think it can create much more than that. And I don't think that the EbookWriter AI can create much more than about 70,000 words too. So I think that if you're looking at just sheer how long, like the longest book that can be created, they're both very similar, but I think First Book AI would actually win if you use the long feature for every chapter. Okay. So, but I want to go and just test some of this out. Let's go grab 2,500 words right over here. That's 1,600 words. So I'm just going to keep going and we'll just grab about this much. It's well formatted. All right. So I'm going to grab that and then we'll come back in here to word counter. And we'll paste that in right there. So it's 3,400 words. All right, let's cut a little bit off. I want it to be a pretty fair test, right? So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. We got 3,000 words. We want about 2,500 words, right? Okay, so 2,500 words, we'll go with that. So I'm going to copy this. Hopefully you guys are following along and enjoying this. You guys want to know if really the question is, I mean, doing a versus, and we're going to grade these, but I'm also just kind of answering that question. If you have EbookWriter AI, do you need First Book? I'm going to let you know right now, it doesn't seem to be the case, but we are going to try to get for length. So we've answered the question for length. Do you really need? Probably not. You can create 60 to 70,000 word books with Chris's tool, EbookWriter AI, unless you're really trying to get polished. I'm hoping, or I'm kind of not hoping, I don't really care what tool performs the best actually, but I want to be able to discover which one probably creates the higher quality content. This does have a reading level right over here, 11th to 12th grade and so forth. All right, so let's go over here and see what this said right here. So it says the content is a solid piece of instructional writing. It's highly organized and it hits all the right strategic notes for SaaS launch. However, it definitely carries the hallmarks of high quality. So that's good. High quality AI generation, right? So it is saying that it definitely carries the hallmarks of high quality AI generation. Here's the breakdown. So you have the quality structure. So the structure and flow, that's going to be very important when trying to get your books published and passing to Amazon, KDPs, whatever they do to grade your book and to do their quality control assurance and all that. That's going to be really good. Structure is good. Actionable and valuable. It's 4.5 out of 5. This isn't just fluff. It provides specific tasks for specific timeframes, integrating payment logic, blah, 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 blah. Human feel versus AI detection, it's giving it a 2 out of 5. This is where it struggles. While the English is perfect, it lacks soul. The giveaway, it uses prose perfect construction. Every paragraph is roughly the same length, uses similar transition words. The objective is, in addition to, finally, and lacks in personal anecdotes and so forth. So that's where it's going to maybe, I'm hoping, is going to be the biggest kind of subjective kind of grading right here, where one of the tools needs to come out ahead, right? Readability, the use of the bolded borders and clear, blah, blah, blah. So that one really good. So value versus AI fluff. This is not fluff. Fluff is repetitive and says blah, blah, blah. So does it? So final rating, it got 4 out of 5. So a verdict, it's high quality, high valuable content, but it is clearly AI written and so forth, right? So that is the score we got right there. Now what I want to do is I want to go with a new chat and open this up, and we'll move this over here so I kind of stay organized. So this 2,500 words right here, right? This came from the First Book AI. Okay. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to, I need to go back. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, guys, but we're doing a live testing right in front of you. But I want to take this prompt over here and I'm going to grab this grade, boom. Okay, so that right there, I want to copy that and I want to paste this in right over here. We're still in thinking mode. I'm going to do a shift return, and then I'm going to come over here and grab this content right over here and come back over here. And then we're going to go and see what this comes out as well. And we've got 11th to 12th grade right there. And I come back up over here. And this one is college level. So this one was the EbookWriter AI, and it does say college level. So it does show that the reading level, and this is just using word counter, right? I could go put this in Hemingway and see what they score it as well. But this one is showing it a little bit better on the reading level. It's a little bit easier to read. So that's pretty important, I would say. And then we'll see what Gemini says right over here. So this one also gave it a 4 out of 5. The grade, a 4 out of 5. So this is a solid piece as well of high quality informational category. It's clear, actionable, and speaks the language right there. Here's your breakdown. So is the quality high quality content? The quality is high because it solves a specific problem for a specific person. It doesn't just say work hard. It gives a framework, the one bottom rule, the feature audit. It uses industry standard terminology, 10K month recurring revenue, blah, blah, blah. Does it sound like a human or AI? Verdict, high quality AI or heavily AI assisted. So this one kind of graded it a little bit different. To a regular reader, it sounds like a professional blog post. To a trained eye, it has the AI fingerprint. Here's why. The structure is too perfect. AI loves a rhythmic pattern, intro, story, bulleted list, blah, 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 transition phases, like let me shoot you straight before we get blah, 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 our classic large language model connective tissue and maintain flow, the pro con right there, and the narrative arc right there. So flow and value versus AI fluff. Verdict, high value, low fluff. So a lot of AI content fluff because it's vague. This is different. This content is opinionated. AI fluff usually tries to stay neutral, but this piece takes a hard stance. Say no to your customers, boring tech stacks, blah, blah, blah. So that's actually really good, guys. So here it did the breakdown right over here. Readability is a 5, authenticity is a 3 out of 5, actionable 5 out of 5, and originality 3 out of 5. So kind of still trying, they both scored a 4 out of 5. I would need to really kind of hone in on the way that this grades right here in order to really, get to the bottom of it. I would say that based on just reading what this one said, it seems like the humanness was a little bit better, in my opinion, in the first book. In the first book, AI, of course, it wasn't the exact same structure that the AI decided to go on, but they both did get a 4 out of 5. But I would say, based on reading what it said about the actual writing, I would say first book wins just a slight touch on the quality. Okay. And then I guess I really do want to go and check out Hemingway. I think that we just need to this might be like the winner. So this might help us to decide a winner. So I'm going to go copy this. I'm going to paste it in here. And we are getting a grade. Okay, so Hemingway gave EbookWriter AI a grade 8. And then we're going to go into this word counter over here, and we're going to delete that right there. Did it delete? Okay. And then we got a grade 5. So this is actually pretty ridiculous that this is ridiculous that First Book AI can write. They're both passable. 5th through 8th grade is amazing, right? The fact that First Book AI can actually produce a 40,000 word book on a technical topic like software as a service and so forth, and coding and all that, and achieve a 5th grade reading level is really pretty mind-boggling. So, I mean, in my opinion, that kind of takes the cake. But to answer I think First Book kind of wins. It doesn't win on speed. So we kind of have to look at those things. Like if you're pumping out books or you need fast, then EbookWriter AI, it just wins. It wins on speed. It wins on the image creation, and it also can compete with the length as well. First Book AI, I think in my testing and just grading the content results, it wins slightly on how well the content comes off. Like when someone's reading it, it actually sounds a little bit more human. That's one last thing. Let me go to a 0 GPT and let me take over here. I already know that I tested it yesterday. It was 27% for this one. First Book AI got a 27% on this, which is really good, right? You want a low score. I'm going to paste in EbookWriter AI and see what this comes up with for us right here. What? Okay, so we're rerunning it right here. Let's see what it comes up with, guys. So I did make sure that it's just 2,500 words right here. And it came up with a 39% AI. So your text contains mixed signals with some parts generated with AI. So EbookWriter AI scores almost 40%. And I'm not saying that EbookWriter AI is bad, right? I'm just doing the testing right in front of you. You guys decide what you need. I think that each tool has its things that it's better at. But I think First Book AI passes better human content, but this isn't bad. EbookWriter AI is not bad at all as well. The question at this, hopefully I gave you all the information to make an informed decision. The question at hand is, if you have EbookWriter AI, do you need to pick up First Book AI? I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, no, you don't. That's just my opinion. You already spent the money on EbookWriter AI. If you have an unlimited account like I do, you don't need that other tool. You can definitely get the job done with EbookWriter AI. But I will give some caveats to that and something to think about. EbookWriter AI is a vehicle, right? And you got your unlimited and so forth, but you still have to hook up your API keys and you still will be paying for every single book that you create. On the other hand, with First Book AI, their deal comes with, they are writing the book for you. There's no API keys involved. They don't tell me what writer they're using, but the testing shows that they're using the highest quality writers as well. So by investing in this tool over here, it really you're going to get a lot more mileage out of it without having to hook your API key up. And so this is when this credit, they already provide the credits for you. This is a true kind of you like LTD, right? Where you actually get content ongoing on a monthly basis. So whatever plan you decide to get, if you get First Book AI, you're going to get to write this amount of books every month. It is a pretty substantial investment. You have to consider that. The fact that you can go and get EbookWriter AI and then hook up your Open AI or your Open Router AI or your Gemini, and you can hook that up, your API to it, and you're going to just pay a couple bucks per book or whatever, right? So you have to kind of do the math. It will take you some time in order to, but I can tell you that their Open First Book AI on their site, it's about $30 per book, right? So if you come in here and you buy license tier 4, for example, for 15, you would actually be saving, right? So it's $29 per book times 15. So for $435 in 1 month, you would actually spend if you bought those a la carte. And then the next month, you're going to get a refill of $435 worth of AI book writing credits in First Book AI. So it really starts paying for itself in month 2. You basically just, after 1 month, you're basically paying for the tool in itself, if that makes sense, right? So I really am a fan of both tools. I think that there's more versatility in EbookWriter AI too. They have the research mode, and you can have a lot more control over the length of the book and the images and all that stuff. So to answer the honest truth, yes, First Book AI did perform better in most of the technical tests, AI writing, human writing test, quality test, all that. Now, both my Geminis said 4 out of 5 on both. So you can just take all this information for what it is. At the end of the day, me just being completely honest, I don't think you need both tools. It's not like an urgent need or anything like that. But I will say this, if you are in the book writing, if you are going to be doing this as a real business model, then I don't think it would hurt to pick up First Book, because if whatever company ends up being the better company and in 5 years, right, then you'll have both tools, right? And so yeah, hopefully that helps you. I don't think it's necessary. You don't have to get the other tool, but I do think that it's kind of like it's not a must, but it's a nice to have type option. So hopefully this helped you guys make an informed decision. I'll see you in the next video. Both links will be below if you want to pick them up. Thanks.